if you've got a cool system that you want to design and its strategy, and let's say it's a turn-based tactics game, right? If you move and you can attack and that's all you can do in a strategy game, okay. But what if all the units had abilities? Okay, well then, now you can move and attack, but everybody has a different ability. That's kind of interesting. You've added complexity, but you've also added depth because you've increased the amount of systems in a game with complexity. But by doing that, you've also increased the number of viable options at any one time. I am really sorry if this goes like full on GDC talk boringness. Okay, so you guys got to stop me. Feel free to ask any questions along the way too. So easiest way to add depth is by adding complexity. And I'm just gonna, oops, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna duplicate this so we can just kind of know what we're talking about. Number of systems in a game. If I can get this right, oh my God. Number of systems in a game. Okay, so depth is the number of viable options at any one time. So for example, there's a couple of keywords here that I want to highlight. So the number of options. Okay, so if I move my unit, this is like strategy of a strategy. Exactly. And like I said, I wish I was more prepared for this, but I wasn't. We had a lot going on recently. I did the Steam Fest last week and we had, lots of stuff internally. Okay, so the number of options is important, right? Let's skip the word viable for a second. So the number of options. Now, if I am moving my unit, let's look at an XCOM screenshot so you guys can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. Visual aids. Okay, so if you look at like XCOM, for example. So I've got my character highlighted. And let's look at something that's a little more relatable. So in this shot, for example, this is my number of options. If assuming I wanted to take this shot and I wanted to shoot this guy, I've got all of these options down here. I can shoot him. I can use my abilities. I can use a melee attack. I can overwatch, so I can sit there and wait for them to move, or I can throw a grenade. Those are my number of options at this specific junction with this specific game, right?